Alright. This is on the other side of that hut that I just showed you. Let me get this thing out of the sun here. A big old tree that fell down right here. Oh. I'm no tracking expert, but that is a critter. Could be a dog, could be a fox, could be a wolf, could be a bobcat. I don't really know. I'll look at YouTube later. And there's a bunch of tracks all back in there. Wouldn't it be a trip just to look down there and see a big old Sasquatch footprint? And I can't tell. Okay, here it is. This is the other side of that big old thing I was looking at from the other side over there. It looked kind of like a little hut. And it drops off down into there. It's a lot taller than it looks from this side over on the other side. Any of you guys watching me? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you don't need a lot of money to have a decent camera either. I paid $100 for this one, and it's got the same optics in it that the $500, $600, $700, $800, $900 ones do. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, and it's not touchscreen, but it's anti-shake. It frames faces, and it's clear. It shoots good, clear video. Let's see how we get it. It's real shaky when you zoom off in the distance like that, and it has trouble. I need to get one of those little what do you call them, monopod. And we got some cracker back here shooting 22, I guess. So I'm not gonna get too close to the cracker end. And what I'm doing is trying to look for, some place around the edge of this field where you can see something coming in and out. I know there are game trails back in here. This thick stuff right here is really just right here. And you get on the other side of it, and the forest over there is actually a lot clearer. You can walk through that, but getting through it is not easy. And here's a little game trail right here. There's still a lot of briars, and I am not fighting briars today. Come on out, you guys. We know you're here. We know you're in here, and we ain't gonna hurt you. Can almost get through there too, but I'm a wuss. A wuss with a bad back, and I'm not bending all over and trying to fight to get in there. Looks like we got a spot right down over here where it's gonna thin out for me. Yeah. I can probably get in there or up over here. There's definitely a game trail right there. Definitely. And this is what I'm talking about. Why fight the briars when you can just walk down a little bit and walk right on in? And then when you get down in here, anybody that watches Sasquatch movies all the time, it's a Sasquatchy looking stuff, buddy. It's like one of those Bigfoot movies on TV where the kids are wandering around in the woods and the Sasquatch is chasing them. And there's no obvious signs of anything purposely built yet. It's just lots of natural stuff. Okay, this is one of my favorite things right here is about these woods. These woods are, you don't see this often, but these are natural magnolias growing over here. And these aren't planted. There's a whole grove of these running all the way back down toward this creek. Let me get up here a little closer where you can see them better. And if I was a Sasquatch trying to hide, a magnolia tree would be a good place to hide. You can get up under them. They're like a nature's umbrella. They got those big old leaves that just shed water. And again, I mean, you walk around back here, man, and woods like this, man, you know, where people are not coming in there very often, shouldn't look so walked in. This doesn't look as walked in as that stuff around over there by my house, a little closer to the house. But well, that's interesting. A big mound of some kind. There's some pine woods right over there, which are really cool. I love walking around the pine woods because there ain't no briars and shit. Alright, let's take a look at these magnolias. They're just starting here. The grove up here, there's just scattered magnolias. We're further back. You keep following those down that way. And they get really thick back there. Eventually you get back in it's a magnolia forest, which is it just looks cool to me. I mean, and again, some of you Sasquatch purists are gonna be going, there ain't gonna be no Sasquatch there, dumbass. You're making all this noise. But I don't think that matters. These guys know you're there. They're reading you. And if they read you and they don't feel threatened, you might catch a glimpse of them. They don't have to run away and hide like people think. They're not like a deer where you spook a deer up and he'll run, you know, he's going to run 100 yards or so away from you before he even thinks about stopping. These guys don't have to run. All they got to do is just sit there and do what Sasquatch do, which in my opinion is they can cloak. I don't care who believes it or who don't. We haven't discovered everything that exists in this old world. And if there's a being that can cloak, it'd be a hard being to try to discover anyway. And truth be told, you go back and listen to the ancient stories all around the world, and they all tell the same damn story about these beings, that they exist. It's our arrogant scientific technological age that has told us all that this stuff can't be real because we're just too fucking smart for that. You know what? I don't think we're too fucking smart for it at all. I think our fucking arrogance makes it even more likely and easier for these beings to continue to exist right here up under our noses. Because we got it all figured out. There ain't nothing that can hide from us, you know, like a ghost, and you know, we know it all, so we're not even looking. And I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think that we're full of shit as a species. I think that we write off thousands of years of knowledge about human beings is myth because we can't fit it in one of our scientific molds. But I don't. Well, you look like a Sasquatch and scared the hell out of me for a minute. I looked there and saw that and I thought, oh, what is that? Well, it's a stumper, whatever the hell that is. And I've seen people do that before, go, hey, whatever the hell that is. And while I was looking at it on video, I'm going, that's a fucking Sasquatch, man, hiding. But I'm looking at him pretty good. And that don't look like a Sasquatch hiding. Some kind of stump. But I have seen that happen more than once. Alright, well, getting kind of thick down in there, hard to walk, so I'm going to head back up this way where it's a little easier. You guys, if y'all out here, man, you don't have to hide. I know you're here. I'm not scared of you, and I'm no threat. And another thing I see a lot is people using Indian language like there's some kind of magic to that. But just think about it. When was the last time any of these Sasquatches around here saw an Indian? There ain't been an Indian living around here for at least 200 years, probably 300 years. But what has been living around here for the last 300 years? Crackers, us. So why would these Sasquatch be any more likely to know Indian words than they do English words? These guys are right here around us. They've got to be hearing us all the time. You know, maybe there is some magic and I'm just stupid for ignoring it, but, you know, I see a lot of people doing that like, you know, oh yes, the Sasquatch know the secret magical Indian language, and, you know, there may be some truth to it, especially out in areas that are adjacent to reservations, you know, where Indians still are. But buddy, I'm telling you, right here in this part of North Carolina, there ain't been an Indian around here in a long time. They got run up out of here years and years ago. Ain't been nothing but tobacco chawing crackers and slave people that are no longer slaves. Don't mean to offend you, but they were slaves all over back here back in the old days. Growing tobacco. And there's still a lot of black people living around in this area. Most of this land is owned by white folk. There's another little swamp back here. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. But you hear the crows, the frogs. I've never actually seen this little swamp. I can hear it, but I sort of see where it is up here. So I discovered something new. I've been in some of these woods further over from here, but not this little patch right here directly. And I'm gonna come down here and look at this area for a little bit and see what it looks like. And then I got to head back out of these woods because it's gonna get dark. Another reason I'm not hiding is I've been living in this house. It was actually I love the X. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Now who knows? Who knows how it got there? I don't know, you don't know. But it's cool. We see these X's all the time, and even starting to get the trees arched over. This looks like a little, you get down here again, it's obvious this stuff is wandering all around back here. You can see how the ground's all smashed down. And it's not good enough that it looks like there was a road or a four-wheeler trail. Even though I hear a four-wheeler over there. And there may be one back here occasionally, but this is not one of the places frequented by four-wheelers. Well, I say that, and then I better shut back up, because damn if I didn't just walk up on a damn four-wheeler trail. This is a deer hunter's trail, obviously, because that is a four-wheel trail. So I mean, he was riding up in there too, but you can actually see this in person. You can. Anyway, this is a four-wheel trail, so we'll follow it around. First, take a look. Any Sasquatches here? Woo! Woo! Let's use dude's trail. I will admit when I'm wrong, and this is definitely a four-wheeler trail. I mean, I saw signs of one riding up in there too, but this is definitely a four-wheeler trail that I'm on right now. And I'm sure it's a deer hunter, because it's not, unless this is not like, it doesn't look like one where the kids have been riding around. You know, you can tell when the kids are back here because they be burning up and there'd be tire being all tore up. This is just a guy coming back here on his four-wheeler hunting deer. Oh, ain't that cool? Look, man. Spring is springing. They're pushing up. I might go pick a few of those from my wife. Nah, I'll leave them there. I like them. Make sure they keep going there. Alright. This is kind of cool. This is that little creek I was telling you about that was back here. But I've never been on this part of it before. Pretty awesome. There's a little critter house in there. If I was a critter, I'd be living in there. Alright. And this is a deer crossing right here too. For y'all folks that never seen animal crossings, that's where deer are regularly crossing here, coming down and making the jump across to this side, or from this side to that side. No Sasquatch prints though. I have to come back here again sometime and look around a little bit more when there's more daylight. Any old squatches hanging around? Forest people? We're getting low on battery too here, so I might get cut off here in just a minute. Alright, let's just sit tight and take a look around. Alright, I'm going to turn it off for just a minute and say the last